home of the National Football League, the National Hockey League, the National Basketball Association, and Major League Baseball. You're watching a SpinoKing Sports presentation. We're inside NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, right next to the historic Astrodome, as today the Denver Broncos take on the Houston Texans, and they are currently tied with the Patriots in records as they both won their 5th consecutive win. The Texans dropped 4, but would win their 3rd of the season, 26-15 over the 49ers.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest. It's the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, maybe 6 points too.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Let's see the Broncos offense, led by Bo Nix. And what a season he's been having. 3+ wins with 4 or more touchdowns, joining John Elway and Peyton Manning. Bo's protectors are Garrett Bowles, Calvin Throckmorton, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Miners, and Mike McGlinchey. J.K. Dobbins in the backfield, and the receivers, Trent Sherfield, Troy Franklin, and Cortland Sutton. Evan Ingram, the tight end.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Now the defense for the Texans. Will Anderson, Mario Edwards, Tim Settle, and Daniil Hunter. E.J. Speed, Aziz Alshire, and Henry To'oTo'o, the linebackers. Their secondary, Derek Stingley, M.J. Stewart, Kalen Bullock, and Kamari Lassiter.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Aziz Alshire that time on the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line.
Here are the Texans, led by C.J. Stroud in his 3rd season. 30 completions versus the 49ers. Tied most in a single season game. He made 30 versus the Bucs in 2023. The O-line protecting Stroud, Ariante Ursary in his first season, Laken Tomlinson, Jake Andrews in the middle, Ed Ingram the right guard, Titus Howard the tackle. The running back is Nick Chubb, along with Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and Jaden Higgins, the wide receivers. Dalton Schultz, he is back and ready.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
And here's how the Broncos will defend. The trio up front, Zach Allen, DJ Jones, and John Franklin Myers. The four linebackers, Nick Bonito, Alex Singleton, Dre Greenlaw, and Jonathan Cooper. And their cornerbacks, Riley Moss and Jaquan McMillan. Brandon Jones and Talanoa Hufanga, the safeties.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. These last two snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on third down. Third and long for him here. Completes it downfield to Kirk. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A give to Chubb, running left. Crashes through a tackle. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the gun, Marks gets it. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
On the tackle.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively, because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Nix. We're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and the Broncos will have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Now he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
Where one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. I'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
That's good.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Now Nix. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released, and that sure altered the throw.
Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punting away. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And this is looking fantastic. Wow, bounces just yard shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Shroud. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Marks. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Denver set to take the field on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, and they go right back to it. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Now here he goes. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Broncos first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Dobbins on first and goal. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
They fake the handoff. Now Nicks. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. Third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nicks. And it's incomplete on third and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. It's a 3-3 game. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this.
You're watching SpinoKing NFL Sunday. SpinoKing NFL Sunday, presented by Madden NFL 26 by EA Sports, now available rated E for everyone. By Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Inspired by Fox NFL Sunday, same game with a new attitude since 1994.
Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Handoff to Chubb on his own read. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
He's brought down at the
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. From the gun, Stroud. Throw secured by Jaden Higgins. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Chubb gets this from the pistol. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Here's Stroud. They set up a screen here for Marks. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try and field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we do not get a third field goal of the game as we stay tied at 3-3.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Still going past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Broncos, first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
From the red zone on first. Outright and Ingram makes the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. This finds Franklin. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Nix holds on to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos take a second quarter lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7.
Here's a question for Spino's NFL Trivia. Which 2 NFL players became head coaches for the Houston Texans? Think this one through and we'll be back for the answer.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's going to pull this one down and run with it.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stroud. This connects with Schultz. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They give inside to Chubb. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Now it's Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Next, cook out wide, complete. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Broncos, first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Nick's looking to throw. He's got it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Here's Nick's to throw. Has it in close. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
That's just awesome,
Broncos.
Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Nick's from the gun. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. He'll air it out on third. Complete beyond the marker. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down. And they've got themselves a first and goal.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first.
No gain on the
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
Setting up, second and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Oh, you know I'm going to celebrate this one, Brock. Fellow fullback activists unite. Not a ton still kicking around the league, but one of them finds the end zone on the plunge.
And if you're a team without one in a short yardage spot, you got fullback envy as well, because sometimes a guy like this barreling ahead is the difference between getting 6 points or not.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11.
17. Texans
Time to
6.
continue our trivia. The question, which 2 NFL players became head coaches for the Houston Texans? And the answer is Gary Kubiak and D'Amico Ryans. Kubiak was a quarterback for the Broncos between 1983 and 1991. He was the longest tenured coach for Houston. And D'Amico, a former linebacker for the Texans and Eagles, is now Houston's head coach.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. First call here coming from the shotgun. To the air, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun now for Stroud. Right back to Kirk, and he's got it again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 9.
Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Just a yard left to go on second down. Looking to throw, Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, But these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They kick the running back in motion. First down throw by Stroud. Brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Final throw before the break. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Stroud from the pistol. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Here's Chubb on second down. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap to Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Get some space around midfield. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Going to the ground again on first. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Nick's trying to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Broncos, 1st down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Left side now caught by Sutton. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Zone read here, this is Dobbins. He dodged the tackle. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Lutz. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Broncos push their lead to 18.
Texans 6.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They toss right to Chubb. Has good room at the 35. And he's down to the 42-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Chubb here on first down. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Okay, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. This makes it up to the 25. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. The give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's good for a Broncos first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Stopped there by the 4th-year ball hawk coming off his first All-Pro nomination, Derek Stingley Jr.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Play.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to get it with the option here. This gets the 1st and more. And he takes it down to the 33. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Running it again with Dobbins. And he takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Offense.
So the penalty is going to back them up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for third down.
Still third down.
Backed up by an unforced error, and this is 3rd and 7. Throw here, third down. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Here's Smith on the return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. From the gun, Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Chubb going for the marker. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Chubb. Oh, he rocks that tackler. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Stroud throwing here on first. The right side hauled in by Collins. He'll muster a little down to the 30. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
4 yards.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter.
SpinoKing NFL Sunday, presented by Madden NFL 26 by EA Sports, now available rated E for everyone. By Five Nights at Freddy's 2, in theaters on December 5th, rated PG-13. Inspired by Fox NFL Sunday, same game with a new attitude since 1994.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Stroud now. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are in the same.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes? Yep. No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans make it an 11-point ball game.
Broncos 27, Texans 16.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Good for Broncos. 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Denver.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going with Dobbins here. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play
1 yard gain.
is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Brings up 3rd.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Kept it on the draw, Brock, but they were waiting for him. That's a loss. It brings up 4th down. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now, 1st round. Comes this one off, marks. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Here's a screen now for Chubb. Room to work at the 35. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
First down throw by Stroud. This one's caught. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Here's Chubb up the middle. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
A gain on the play. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
From the gun, Marks gets it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They give inside to Chubb. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's running for it. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
The give now to Chubb. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Third and a lone yard coming up. Stroud on the sneak. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
This time it's a passing play. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans now within one score in the fourth. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Stroud now bringing his guys up for this two-point attempt.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. That gets him two and puts them within a field goal here late.
The score, Broncos 37, Texans 24.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So here comes the Bronco offense. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice game.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Nix to throw. It connects down the sideline. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going.
On that last call, not sitting well with DeMeco Ryans. He's going to make them review it.
Play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw it. That's dropped off for Dobbins. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
A gain of 6
Houston
yards.
calls it second timeout.
It's 4th down.
And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they face second down.
And 10.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Stroud to throw again on second. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. It's a pickup of 26. And it sets up a Houston first.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans down by only 3. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing is Stroud. Set up the screen here for Marks. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. Second down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Looking to throw it. This connects with Schultz. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Looking underneath for Marks. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. Nice
spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They kick the running back in motion. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Clock is at 3 seconds, and we've got a timeout because 3 points is all that's needed to force that overtime frame.
First and 10.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hand. Looking good, and it's through. And at the buzzer, they forced overtime. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime.
You're watching SpinoKing NFL Sunday.
So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoffs. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Gotta be able to make a stop too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First throw of overtime. Finds him on the crossing route. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
This is Chubb. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, one secret ingredient on these jet sweeps to take off like that, Kate, it's timing. We talk about timing and precision in the passing game, but it's the same thing on a jet sweep. You got to hand it off just at the right time to capture an edge like he just did.
It's round throwing here on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now, first round. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Woody Marks.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be third and long.
And 10.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be fourth and maybe a yard.
But it's fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Running the toss here to Marks. And this one will not work out for him. He's stacked up behind the line and is going to head off after a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on fourth down's a gutsy call, but it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
He was taken down.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Brought in by his back. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Going into overtime, don't we always focus on the offenses being the hero? Which offense is going to be the hero that ends it? But Brock, the defense is the real superheroes in this one.
Oh, no question about it. It's been that side of the ball that's taken charge to try and set up a win. And if they're able to score to finally end this game, it won't be the score people are talking about. It'll be about them forcing the fumble to set it up.
Well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials, and we have one coming here. They want one more look at that play.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. So here they are, a chance to win this with a field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Houston calls it second timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick is good, he got it! And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
Home of the National Football League, the National Hockey League, the National Basketball Association, and Major League Baseball. You've been watching a SpinoKing Sports presentation.